Hey, what's up? Kind of wanted to just go over just a game of Diddy Kong, just because I feel like while I'm also studying this character and just trying to not really like super pick them up right now, just kind of playing for fun, but also understand neutral with this character. I think a lot of other people would benefit from this, just because Diddy Kong is a really weird character, and a lot of people just don't know like how he gets what he gets or how really he works in neutral. And while it may be basic, like yeah, pluck banana and then side B, like it's not that simple. He has a lot of limitations that I feel like people kind of disregard and they choose to just think he's OP because he has an answer for everything. While I do think that he has a lot of limitations and he's actually really hard to play, he's also very like yeah, he is really good. I do think he's like top tier. I don't think he's like top 10, top 15. I think he's like probably be top 20, top 25, I want to say. I think he's very good, but I think there's a lot of stuff that like people they just don't really know about the character. They don't really know how to exploit like his weaknesses really well. And like you'll see like I actually haven't even watched this game, but like also like another reason why I want to watch this specific game is because I know Diddy Kong doesn't do so hot against Wolf, and reason being so like when Diddy here I want it to just not be like a black screen here. Oh, there we go. I don't know. That was bothering me. But um see like Diddy's like a weird character because Diddy can play really aggressive, really defensive and campy, or also just kind of hit and run. Like Diddy can really play a lot of play styles and switch it up, which makes it hard to kind of pin this character down in some aspects. But at the same time, like okay, so like Diddy without banana, right? Like Diddy without banana is still like Diddy's like without banana is like still good. Honestly, probably like a solid like mid like low high tier, right? It's really just banana that makes this character. But like you'll find that like towards like top level, like high top level, it's really hard and for Diddy to pluck banana. You really have to pressure Diddy when you can't really let Diddy get banana for free. Because if Diddy gets banana, like I want to say like 7 or 8 out of 10 times, like he's gonna win neutral most likely. But like still like okay. I won't let me rephrase that. Diddy when he gets banana is more likely, much more likely to win neutral, but there are still like a lot of like Diddy without banana and Diddy with banana are actually two very different characters. Which is weird to think about, but like I'll kind of be going over that. And like what you'll find is that this character really doesn't have much like to pressure the air with when Diddy has banana against certain characters. They might just think like Z drop aerials. Yeah, Z drop aerials are great. Um, but at the same time, like Diddy aerials, to call out certain options, like Wolf is a great example where because Wolf has such disjointed hitboxes and Wolf, his fast fall timing and how much priority Wolf has in the air really makes it hard for Diddy to contest that with Banana and also with Z drop aerials, like with his own aerials. Like you can use like forward air is probably your best option against Wolf in the air, like in terms of aerials, but like it's still like Wolf has disjoints, Diddy does not, except for like Transcendent Banana, but like yeah, you'll find that it's actually much harder to combat people in the air, as Diddy. One thing too is that honestly, I think the general game plan against Diddy is really just being airborne, just in general, because like if you play grounded, like Diddy has monkey flip, um, both the attack and the command grab, and also like just banana to cover that distance, but also like just burst out like random burst options like dash attack and like down tilt and just pure like grab. Like um Diddy has a lot that can just pressure you on the ground, so like being in the air against Diddy, I personally think that's like the best counterplay. But like the thing is also is that like Diddy likes to catch landings with banana a lot, so like if you're jumping, you have to come down at some point, right? But like it's that is like just a straight on paper general explanation of that, but like there's really so much more that goes into it. But anyways, I'm just kind of curious as to how Tweek plays this matchup, so I'm not gonna be like going super super in depth on every interaction, but I'm just kind of grazing over it, just kind of seeing exactly what, or like seeing what his game plan kind of is. But, like, I know I said I'm not gonna go super in depth, but like already, like a lot of people, like when they're facing Diddy, they like to just run out the platform, just try to fuck him up. But like, and that's because usually Diddy's like I do this too. Like they'll drop below platform, pluck banana, right? So that's the reason why Larry went down here. Um, See, this is a weird situation because so it it takes Diddy a while to pluck banana actually. Like you like even though it might seem quick, it's really not that quick. Especially with characters like Wolf. So like this is kind of a weird situation because like Larry's holding center stage here, and Tweek's trying to decide like trying to maneuver around the space that he's been given and trying to decide like can I pluck banana or can I not? So like it's kind of just like a lot of like dashing and dashing around trying to see like how Larry wants to play around this space, or can he just freely pluck banana? Like normally like I would pluck banana like right here, right? But like Larry's kind of playing very non-committal just to kind of like this is pressure. Like even though like he's not even like they're not even like really close to each other kind of like this is still pressure because like Larry can laser anytime, and also like he's holding center stage, but and also we know Tweek wants banana. See, there you go. He pulls banana finally. And right as he pulls banana, because this is really just what Larry's been waiting for. He's just been holding the center stage, trying to decide when can. So he's just trying to decide when can I pull banana. And finally, like Larry backs up and gives him about like pretty much exactly half the stage. But he's like right at ledge, plucks banana. But like that half the stage went to this much stage, right? So Larry actually technically won that situation. Because now Tweek is just stuck in the corner with banana, which might not sound like, might be like, oh, well, he's banana, so it's like, whatever. But, like, it's still bad. Like, another thing you'll notice, too, is, like, I notice this a lot, like, in terms of aerial game, like, Tweek likes to do, like, aerial side B a lot, which I love that, and I gotta start doing that more, because, like, it's pretty disjointed, and it takes a lot of priority, but it can really cover, like, aerial options and so that you don't have to commit to a Z drop aerial. And that was also great too because he gained a lot of stage control from that. But notice how like Tweek hasn't even like tried to throw banana recently. Like he hasn't even tried to throw it because Larry's just short hopping all over the place. And when Larry's short hopping all over the place, you can't just like toss banana because banana's really it's like banana's a really precise hitbox. Like yeah, like if you get hit by it, like yeah, you're stunned for like a little second in the air, but like that's another thing too. Like you can't trip in the air. Like it'll stun you for a little second. Like if the Diddy spaces it right, you're gonna get hit by aerial confirmed, right? But like when you throw that banana, it's not gonna. It's a very linear. It's a very precise linear hitbox, right? So you don't want to just toss it away. So like, and trying to call out Wolf's short hops like this, like Wolf's short hop is broken. So like, it's too hard to pin that exact timing of when you're gonna throw the banana. Also, like, I mean, you can catch banana in the air, so like he doesn't want to just freely give it up. Like, see, you started going now because. Let's see here. Because he's jumping a lot, he's going to short hop a lot, so Tweek's like, I'm just going to call you out with a Z drop aerial, like, finally, right? He doesn't want to commit to. Diddy's not the kind of character that likes to commit to like aerial on aerial too much, especially with forward air, because forward air is a pretty kind of. Okay, it's going to sound dumb, but low key, forward air is kind of a hard call out. It has a lot of lag after you, especially when you full hop with it, and even short hop. It's got a lot of end lag on it as a rising aerial compared to like Diddy back air or something like that, right? But it also the trade off is that it has more reach, right? So that's low key a hard call out. Also notice that like he's just playing super grounded and like when let's see he tries to throw an anti air with this banana here, but like see it's just so hard because like Okay, even if he hits banana there, he'd probably just get a forwarder, and like, yeah, that's good. But like, there, it's not nearly as much as like catching a landing, right? Like with the trip on the ground. Like, notice how like Tweek's also just playing a lot of shield. So like, for the record, okay, I don't know if this is 100% true, but I'm pretty sure like item toss for Diddy, banana shield, like just throw out a shield is like frame 7. I'm not entirely sure about that. I saw that on a spreadsheet, so like that could be wrong. But either way, um, Diddy one of Diddy's best out of shield options by far is up smash frame 5, which by the way in frame 9 actually hits behind Diddy on the second hit on frame 9. So it's like low-key Diddy's options when he doesn't have banana are actually, in my opinion, actually a little bit better. Because yeah, you have Z drop like when Diddy has a banana, he has access to Z drop aerial, which is frame 4, which yeah, it's super quick and also like can trip for free, right? But you have to literally be standing right next to Diddy, literally like point blank. Otherwise, the banana's just not gonna hit them. And like yeah, it's a frame 7, throw out a shield, right? But again, that's another precise hitbox. Um, it's frame 7, so that is good. That is definitely a good out of shield option. If that's correct, by the way. I don't know if that's 100% correct. It's kind of hard to find that on Google, but um, well, you can still pressure Diddy's shield in front because like even if he does throw a banana, it's gonna go kind of like this, right? It's gonna kind of go in like this linear faction. So like if they're constantly like short hopping with safe aerials or whatever, and then shielding, it's gonna be really hard to pressure that with banana. And like then if you throw banana on the shield, right? Then it's like okay, well now you just got rid of banana, right? So it's actually a bit more risky at a shield if Diddy's being pressured, like shield pressured a lot than you think. But also just note that like Diddy also doesn't have up smash out of shield. So Diddy doesn't have that frame for up smash, which reaches about like right here, I'd say, which is pretty decent reach, and it also anti-air is like up to here, I want to say. So that's another thing to know is like when like this is kind of where we're getting into like Diddy with banana is actually just a different character than Diddy without banana. So like you'll notice like when he's in shield like Diddy. I mean yeah, you can play in shield with both like banana and non-banana, but you have to play it differently in a sense, right? Like like your options are different and your opponent has to play better around it, right? Like you can pressure the back of Diddy's shield with like you can do backguard out shield, right? But like backguard out shield reach is kind of high, so like if you can pressure and then if you can exert safe pressure and then shield right after, right? You can't really do much against Diddy's shield there. So in other words, to summarize, Diddy's shield is very good, but it has very limited range. See, like all these dash attacks here are just catching landings. Pluck banana, be reverse, with the nair catches the approach, right? So he knew that like Larry wanted to approach because he plucked banana. Because normally when people see Diddy pluck banana, they're like, okay, I can approach, right? And like, yeah, you can approach, but like, there's like a safe like in between, right? Like, there's difference between like approaching and like pressuring, right? Like, you can pressure this space, but it doesn't like, but if you're too late, you can't like pressure the space that Diddy wants to land down with banana because Diddy's gonna throw out a hitbox or something, right? So that's a nice Z drop. Then catches the landing. Plucks banana again. Catches the landing right. Look at it. He's just like Larry's just jumping on the platform all over here, and Tweet's just like, nah, I'm just gonna shield because he knows it's just super hard to contest. You have to hard call out with banana there. There's the Z drop right, but like look how close he was. Like he was literally right on top of him. Look at that grounded approach, lost the interaction, right? So see, this is nice. Like Tweek does this a lot. He's really good at recognizing when people want to just freely land on plats. As Diddy, which is something I need to improve on a lot because this is gonna be because when people play against Diddy, it's like if you're playing like correctly like Larry is, I think it's correct too. It's like they're playing aerial, right? But especially with plats, like they're gonna have to land on plats eventually, right? So it's like you can catch a landing on a plat, which is weird to think about, but also like common sense. But anyways, He doesn't really know what to. He tries to see what I mean. He tries to call out like the landing with banana there, which would have comboed into an aerial. But again, just a bit off, right? And if he didn't have banana there, it just would have been a free aerial, right? Otherwise, he would have had to spend time throwing it up too. See Larry just exerting pressure in the corner. Okay. I never go for this, and honestly, I kind of just disagree with this. Like a lot of pro Diddy's like do this, and I don't know. I just don't like it. I get why. I just don't like it. Like the whole idea is that you throw banana up here, and they're like, okay, well I'm gonna catch banana, and while I catch banana, you're gonna recover for free, and then you might get off ledge for free, right? Because they're just focused on the banana. But then it's like, okay, well if you're like Larry and fast enough, right? Like you're gonna be able to catch banana and then also like try to pressure, right? And now you also just have banana. So I just never really liked that. But see what I mean? Another. Also, you could have gotten an up smash, but actually probably not. I don't know. But either way, barely misses it because the jump, right? That's kind of an awkward like angle it goes down, right? See now Diddy ledge jumping is broken though. Diddy ledge jumping is really good. Because now you can do, oh, he messed up there, but you can do Z drop, banana to down air and stuff like that. That was nice. See what I mean? That's another thing. It's like, when you throw a banana in the air, they can also just catch it with their own aerial, right? So it's like, okay, well now you just give him aerial, plus they might hit the hitbox, and he didn't hit it there, but he didn't hit the back air there, but he could have. You know? And see, it's like, also, like another thing too is like noticing where Diddy's like to usually when Diddy gets off ledge and runs towards the end of the stage and like gets stage control, they like to pluck banana, right? Because it's safe. But if you they want to usually pluck it this way towards the center, because then they can pressure the center area with banana rather than plucking it to the right here, because then they put themselves in more of a corner and try to get banana. But because of that, like you can also just like grab it for free, right? And then you have to use the banana against him, right? Like Larry has neutral control right now, right? Also, like another thing too is like a lot of people like I play against Diddy, they always get caught by like I just jump off, like double jump off, like drop down and then jump and then throw a banana off a ledge. It's like, okay, well, two things you can do, right? Mix up your movement here because it's a very precise hitbox, and if I don't just and the only reason that you're getting hit by that and I'm getting a lot of shit off of it is that you're just staying grounded, right? Because if you stay grounded, you get tripped by it, which gives me a large punishment. I've won gifts so many games off of that. I just throw it, drop off ledge, jump up, throw it, and I just get a free up smash or something like that, end the game, right? Or like if they say here in shield, just jump off side B, right? So like the answer to both of those, for the most part, is just short hopping at ledge, kind of like at the roll distance here, kind of just like mixing up your movement, right? Like constantly like moving around, just being, I guess, almost annoying in terms of positioning, right? If you want to avoid those options, like jumping especially, like that's the main thing I want to get out of this. Like jumping versus Diddy is very good. Which normally in this game, like jumping versus like most characters in this game is like jumping, like, well, okay, I don't want to say jumping, just like full hopping and whatnot is normally like bad versus most characters in general, right? Because it puts you more of a disadvantage because you're committing to a full hop. But like versus Jay, like I feel like full hopping against Diddy isn't even like bad, honestly. But especially short hopping against Diddy is really good though. It's like another thing too. I see like a lot of people who don't have Diddy experience, they just grab it in and just fucking throw it, right? It's like no, play my game against me, right? Like use my banana against me. It's like the same with Rob. It's like okay, you got gyro. What the hell are you gonna do with gyro now, right? Like don't just toss it unless you have an opening, right? Like Larry's like he's like oh he landed it's landing now. I'm gonna throw it, right? Unfortunately he caught it, but like it's like he was looking for a landing, and again like landings are what banana is so good at catching, right? So it's like that's why he was looking for it. Also, another thing is that Diddy has a really hard time killing. Oh, let me get a drink here. All right. Yeah, and he tried to dash attack to get a burst option. Oh, another thing too is like sometimes like Diddy's will mix it up. I do this too. It's like they'll throw banana on someone's shield, and because like people who are like preemptive out of shield and stuff like that, they see one hit and they're like, oh, I can out shield, but then you just come down with like another hitbox right after like Nair, right? So that's like another thing that like I catch people a lot with Diddy, but like that's just that basic thing. It's like just if I'm in the air, just like right above you, just I mean, if banana hit your shield, like you can either like hold up. If banana hits your shield, watch that. It always jumps up. It always hits like you getting used to another thing that's like really Diddy specific and good Diddy Kongs will know this too. I have to get better at this, but like knowing like if banana hits your shield, like where is it gonna like bounce off? Because banana bounces off shields, right? It, like bounces usually above your opponent somewhere, and noticing like where it's going to bounce off your shield to, so you can jump out of shield and just Z grab it or something is also very useful against Diddy. See, like you didn't even get a conversion off of that because he was just too far away, right? So it's like okay, you just got a little stun, right? So okay, this is good option coverage. So like throws banana. So like also like some Diddies will like if they want to throw it farther, they'll jump when you use their air momentum to jump and throw the banana farther, right? That's what he was trying to do because he was trying to catch dash back here. But like then he also side Bs with the kick to cover the jump area right here, right? Like that, which is really nice. And edge and ledge canceled it. But again, like if we look at that sequence again, like this is all just so committal, alright? Well, okay, I guess it's not specific because the edge cancel, so that's like one of the main reasons he went for this. But like if that wasn't a portion in this, then that would just be super committal, right? But I mean, he's Tweek, so like, I mean, this makes sense that he would specifically go for something like this, right? So he's this like basically lagless. But that was nice. That was good. Like, see, Diddy's ledge trapping is really good though. And Diddy's grab game is also very good. Alright, banana, use banana against him. Uh, See this, like, right here? Hits this backer, but, like, he honestly maybe could have gotten, like, a dash tag off of this, but, like, he doesn't go for it. Reason being is, like, now, like, Larry's in the corner, so, like, Tweek could just back up and pluck banana, right? But, like, he's also only at 16%, so he didn't get launched that far, so it's kind of, like, just, like, a situation, like, kind of waiting to see, like, is he gonna come at me, or can I just, like, freely pluck banana, right? But he decided to wait, and then pluck banana, right? Notice that like this is like I think like Tweek has used like forward air like that like 3 times this game because it's just against a character like Wolf too. Like it's really just hard committal. So like landing with it, right? It's better. Another thing too is like a lot of Diddy's like movement tech is really important for Diddy to kind of mix up like your mix up your movement and mix up when you're gonna when and how you're gonna throw a banana. Because like it gets the more you actually fight Diddy, the more you realize how exploitable banana actually is, especially in the air, like I've been talking about. Like the more you realize, like okay, it's predictable, and I have to kind of just mix it up, right? This is one of those. Flex banana, B catches it with a Z catch, and then B reverse peanut gun, which by the way is a frame one input. And then Z drop aerial with Nair, right? Like this is a lot of just like complex movement, and you didn't get much off of it, but like it was just, this is an example of how you're, how like Diddy's are gonna mix up their movement and their options, right? And then throws banana into spinning a jump, right? But it's committal, right? By the way, every single one of these monkey flips has been edge canceled, right? If they didn't edge cancel, it's very laggy. And it puts also just even if it isn't laggy, right? Which by the way it is, but like even if it's like if you're like Byleth or something, right? Like and you're like Wario and you can't punish it because you're not that fast on the ground, right? Going for something like this, if it wasn't like ledge cancel like Tweek did, is very committal in terms of stage control too, right? You just kind of put yourself in the corner, right? Also, like most Diddies here, most beginner Diddies would prioritize banana here. And they would just kind of jump up with an aerial or something like that and just kind of catch it. And I think Larry is just kind of, I think he was trying to call out like, well, he's trying to call it a full hop too. But like, I think like, I mean, I think he was kind of just playing. Actually, you know what? No, he's just trying. Never mind. What I was trying to say is that if he just kind of stood here, he's probably just gonna wait and see how he wanted to retrieve banana off the ledge. But that's one of the reasons why Tweek also rolled because he didn't want to be like predictable, just like getting banana. Right now he goes back and get it. Right. He drops in and then back air. Right. You just wait for it. Yep. A smash out of shield. Yeah, see, like, Larry, like, he doesn't just toss banana back to me, or toss banana back to Tweek, right? Also, Tweek's just trying to mix up his movement in the air, right? Because he knows that that's the counterplay, right? Like, drops down and then jumps back up. This is like a bait. Like, can you just, I mean, I'm going to drop 2 plat, you're going to throw it here, right? This is just a bait to kind of just throw it, but it didn't work, right? So he drops it for whatever reason. Maybe he thought he was just going to, get him with something cheeky, or maybe he just didn't want it, right? Oh, that was so nice. He just waited for the pickup. Right? See, like, look at this. Like, jumps, double jumps, right? And you just throw it. And now look how, like, that was very committal. Like, I think, was he trying to line up back air there? Yeah, he like barely air dodged in time, right? Like, I think if that was a faster aerial than back air, that would have hit. Because back air's pretty slow on Wolf. He's just holding shield because, like, 1, he has the lead, and 2, because Diddy out of shield options are just great, right? Like, he knows that he can't contest the shield that well, right? So he's just trying to poke at it. Because this Diddy shield is just so good. But it's also only really good at, at close range. Yeah, play grounded, right? Loses to monkey flip, right? Right, look at this movement. Like, look at this movement by Larry. He's just like, when am I gonna land? When am I gonna land? Right? Double jump, short hops. A ton of all these short hops, right? We just says fucking I'm out of here, right? Like, it's just so hard when you mix up your air movement to tell like when you're gonna land, and that's how you play against Diddy. Alright, right? Throws banana, doesn't get anything off of it, right? Picks it up. That was just dropping shield, yeah. Yeah, wow. Did he throw that like the perfect time or something like that? That actually sucks so much. He threw like the perfect time. Yeah, and like that'll do it, right? Like Tweek still won that game, like pretty convincingly, but like Larry was playing like that's like the general basis of like how you play against Diddy Kong, right? I think like that game Tweek just he got a lot of honestly he got like the kills earlier, right? He got a lot more like off some of his situations, but like the general game plan, even though it was a two stock, you can still see that like it's struggle. It's like like Tweek wasn't able to get any like insane banana combo on Larry, right? Like it's like that's the counterplay. It's just like mixing up your air game against City is very important. It's like yeah, I can try to call you on the air, but the biggest thing I have is forward air, and like yeah, I can try to call you out backers, but backer is short range, right? Like Diddy's stuffy, right? That's his weakness. Is like he doesn't have much range, and he makes up with that range for banana. But banana is a very precise hitbox, so and then when he throws banana, it's like you can also just catch it, right? And like yeah, and then also like notice almost every time that Larry played the ground game that match, he just got monkey flipped, he got banana or something like that. Like he just lost it, right? Too many people just play super ground against it. You have to mix up your air game. But yeah, I just want to make it just like a shorter review. Just like a very basic one, just on Diddy, like basic Diddy counterplay. Because I feel like a lot of people just kind of struggle with this character and they think this character is OP. But like, I mean, I play this character as a pocket, or I don't know. I don't really know if I want to call him a secondary yet. But like, I'm trying to learn this character also. But I just think that like a lot of people just like they think they're like, oh my god, this character is so good. How the hell do I deal with banana or whatever? It's like this is how. Like this is literally how you beat banana. It's like notice he didn't get like I don't think Tweek got like a single like 0 to 50 like banana combo or anything that game, right? Like did he actually had to play like the fair game that game because like Larry just wasn't giving him any of the landings that he wanted, right? Like banana is specifically for okay, banana is really good at catching landings, but it can also catch jumps. But every single time you try to catch those jumps with banana, C drop airlow or not, right? It's a commitment. It's a pretty big commitment. And even when it's not commitment, it doesn't reach that far, right? So yeah, I don't know. Hope this helped. If anyone was just kind of curious on like just very basic Diddy counterplay, I didn't want to make this super in depth. 'Cause honestly, I'm just kind of tired tonight, and I haven't really uploaded in a while, so I just kind of want to upload something little. I'll probably do some more VOD reviews soon here. Some like about other matches at MU, but if you want me to, if you want a coaching session or something, just feel free to send me a DM on Twitter or something, and get something set up. Because I am looking to coach more people and just kind of further my experience in that as well. But yeah, all right. Yeah, hope this helped. Peace.